Dacia, Trimperima, Yesu Clan, Trimperima.
Good afternoon and welcome to the weekend edition of the Nighttime Heat rated on Pram FM 105.5. We are also streaming live on Pram FM Monrovia 105.5 and also streaming live on our Facebook and our YouTube channel. You want to watch the show online, just tap Nighttime Heat either on your Facebook or on your YouTube channel and you subscribe. You're going to watch the show and enjoy the show. We want you to share the live video as well. Share the live video so that your friends, your relatives, your partners can also follow what's happening tonight on the program. Well, tonight promises to be very, very interesting, very, very firing. We have a lot of stories to cover, a lot of talking points. In fact, the breaking news we also have. We have video to that effect where police are deployed to the home of Sam Jackson, Liberian economist, just a few hours after he lost his wife. We're going to follow that tonight. We're going to discuss that. But let me just acquaint you with what is coming up tonight. Liberia border crosses with gaining. What could be the lessons learned? We're going to talk about that tonight as well. Former Liberian rebel commander Martina Johnson will understand to face a war crimes trial in Belgium. We're going to talk about that as well. What was Councillor Tawan Gonglo saying to the president? You know, Gonglo did, Councillor Gonglo, let me get it right, he's a human rights lawyer. He did a podcast, making some statements toward the president. Was he critical or was he trying to give some counsel? We're going to talk about that as well. 3 years in the UP government, are foreign travels rewarding or are they just a junket? We'll talk about that as well. George Ben's public interviews in Samoa economic sabotage trial. The judge threatened contempt against the lawyers and against the client as well. Well, he said no one should conduct any interview. So on the margin of the program tonight, armed police deployed at the home of Sam Jackson, Liberian economist, just a few hours after he lost his wife. Well, we don't know exactly. We'll try contacting the police spokesman, Sam Collins. He said he will get back to us. I'm sure the police trying to do their own in-house arrangement and the discussion before they come out with whatever the press statement. Also, corruption claims hang over the managing director of the Liberia Airport Authority, Hodges. We understand he has asked for leave of absence so that he can avail himself or submit himself to whatever interview that will be conducted. Speaker Kun legislature to set clear penalties for contempt of court following Prophet Key detention. We'll talk about that. When the speaker met some international partners, talk about how the legislature will be setting some clear penalties because according to him, the debate is that the contempt penalties can be very, 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 very excessive in some quarters. So the legislature will be setting up. We'll talk about that as well, gentlemen. Let me welcome all of you to the weekend edition of the program. David, welcome. We didn't see you yesterday.
Thank you, Sabot. And you want me to explain that? No.
No, I just said we didn't see you yesterday.
I know where the man.
Oh, you know where you were.
I would take you there.
Okay. David, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Sabot, and good evening, everyone.
Okay, also hopefully at 8:30, we may likely conduct an interview with the Liberia Council of Churches. You know, they've been involved with this whole issue of the border crisis and all of the issues. We talk to the chief scribe for maybe 7 minutes and then he leaves. Edwin, welcome.
Thank you. Good evening to you, Sabah. Good evening to my colleagues and your brother Moses. We're glad again to be here as always.
Okay. Good evening, George. My namesake.
Appreciation to you, Sabah. Good evening. Good evening to our many listeners, my colleagues, and our technicians. We want to say thank you. Thank you. Mr. Sandy, I know Mr. Sandy, I can see you at the back. Mr. Sandy, good evening. I hope you are okay. I hope your lunch is okay tonight.
Okay, so Sandy is on.
Yeah.
Okay. Sandy, welcome to the program.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, guys. George, Edwin, Mr. Tagbert. It's a pleasure to be back. Our crew in studio, I want to say hats off to you for all the good job you do. Without you, it is impossible to be here. So, our many followers, I want to say it's a pleasure always. Thank you for the opportunity.
Okay, I want to have Crippler. Has he come? Is Crippler on? Okay. What's about footing? Okay, I'm sure they will be joining us a little on. Gentlemen, so welcome to the program. Let's try to get the first video quickly to start the ball rolling. Just give us a video where Samuel Jackson was explaining the situation about his wife to the journalists. You're listening to Nighttime Heat, directed on Prime FM 105.5. We want you to share the live video tonight. It promises to be very, very interesting. As you're quite aware, police had deployed at the home of Samuel Jackson. We don't know exactly what happened. Just a few hours ago, Sam lost his wife. So we don't know. Let's try to get the video quickly.
Everyone just woke up to the news of the passing of their wife. What went
My wife has some medical conditions that will make her on a regular basis to have seizure. Okay, that situation has happened over so many times, and I have the medical reports from New York City, where the plane was first landed, and she was taken off the plane and taken to Jamaica General on December 23rd at the medical record.
Okay.
And prior to that, it was in July or August, she fell out in McDonough, Georgia, and I called 911. This week, on Monday, she was in the bathroom. She had a seizure. I was there to throw her. Yesterday, I had a radio program at OKFM. I left my house here by 8:20. And I told my wife I was going to come back and take her shopping because there was a wedding today. So she get something, an outfit for my cousin's wedding. When I came,
The video stopped.
before I even came, I called around 10 o'clock to she was ready. I told the cook to go and knock. She said, she's probably sleeping or something like that. I said, oh shit, okay, whatever, man. So I came in, I went into the room, I see my wife laying down on the edge of the bed like this, in a pool of blood, fully semi-conscious or unconscious. That's when I called my employees to come and get her. Everybody ran down, the dispatcher from downstairs and everybody. She was totally naked. They had to go closer. We took her to Catholic. They did some tests on her. Then they found out that she had a brain injury, probably from like a fall to the head or something like that. Okay.
And when are we talking about? Yesterday?
Yesterday.
At what time?
I came back around about 10:20. So we got to Catholic just about 10:30. But then I found out that there was no brain surgeon in the country because the doctor, the Catholic said there's only, I think, 1 or 2 brain surgeons here, and Dr. Alvin Doe was the closest, right? So no ambulance in the area. The one on 9th Street, the Catholic, the Catholic hospital, ambulance broke down. So I had to get one at 2:45 minutes all the way from the zone. They came, We took her, and she was bleeding profusely, and she was semi-conscious all the time. We took her to Kennedy last night. They did an operation on her, and overnight, she didn't make it. That's what happened. So then,
Okay, so let's try to pause that video and play the video where police had deployed at his home. Let's try to get that video quickly to play that video. That's the voice of Liberian economist Sam Jackson. He was trying to explain exactly what happened to life.
Welcome, we are coming to you live from our own road here, where Honorable Jackson house here.
About how police officers so let's see.
So as you can see,
this is where we are.
welcome.
This is at the residence of Mr. Jackson.
Okay, then put a video on. The video that has to do with Samuel Jackson one video. Yeah, put that video on quickly because I'm sure that video could, should be live, should be loud. The audio should be loud. Put that video on quickly. But what you're listening to the nighttime heat, tonight, police deployed at the home of Sam Jackson a few hours after he lost his wife. And we've been following that development. We'll be discussing that very, very shortly. We're trying to play some of the videos. Put that video on quickly. We're trying to play some of the videos, and then we can do our own analysis of the discussion. We've been trying also to establish contact with the man Sam Collins, police spokesman. We spoke of him earlier, and Sam said what they are trying to do their own in-house, and then later on you will get in touch with me. Try to play that video quickly.
Bob Waka and Brother Thomas send their armed death squad to come and attack Mr. Jackson. If you have sympathy, so there's not a record there to send police to come here. The man is bereaved. He is frustrated to lose his wife, his darling woman. Let them wait. You go bring a death squad there with well-armed men.
What do you think is the right time? What do you think is the right time for the investigation?
My issue there with Waka is a dictator. Waka don't understand what about leadership.
Let's end
Waka
that. I don't think President Walker has anything to do with that. Dave, let's hear from you. But before we hear from you, Dave, let's try to look at this matter from a more legalistic point. We have a lawyer in our midst, and the police is the first line of investigation when it comes to the court. Let's hear from you, Edwin.
So, yes, you are right. In fact, on our criminal procedural law, when a suspicious death happens, the first people who are supposed to respond to quarantine the entire area is the police. And then our law says there should be a coroner. And then there should be also a coroner jury to actually ascertain the cause of death. From the explanation of Mr. Jackson, and let me first of all extend my sympathy to him and the wife. I knew the both of them very well. I've interacted with the both of them because Sam was almost everywhere with this wife, introducing her. So, but when a suspicious death happens, irrespective of who you are or so, it is incumbent on the state to investigate the cause of the death. And from his own explanation that we listened to, it means that this death is suspicious. Just by his own explanation, he came from out and met her on the ground. She was naked in a pool of blood. So it actually brings a lot of question. Was she alone in the house? What may have happened? Does she have some medical history? You know, did she sleep? You know, so all of these different things, the only way you'll be able to find a closure to it is to know the cause of death. So the police coming to quarantine the area and ask some of these hard questions, I think is very necessary, and they should give the police the time to do that work of politics. But it's sad, and again, let's be very careful here. This is a foreign national. This is a foreign national that they have an embassy in this country. There are people are listening. Their ambassador also listening. She has a family who wants to know exactly what happens to her.
The argument is that he just lost his wife today, and there's absolutely no need for police to.
No. Irrespective of the time, once it's the suspicious death,
the police have to go.
The police have to go in.
Okay, let me go in there quickly. And like I said, at 8:30 we'll be conducting a brief interview with the Council of Churches secretary. You know, they've been involved with this whole intervention, this whole Liberian Guinean crisis as well, and other issues. We'll speak with him, and then he can leave quickly. Let's hear from
but somebody didn't say anything about that scenario. What happened?
Which scenario?
Go
ahead, Dave. Let's try to be organized today. Dave, go ahead.
The first thing that listened to a young man who was on the scene and making all sort of remarks, the police, death squad, all that thing. But the first thing is that under no normal circumstances that a police would deploy at the home of a man who had just lost his wife. And if you see such an unusual presence of the police, such an unusual deployment of police under such circumstances, then that would suggest to anyone that the death is questionable. The death of his wife is questionable. And I believe that before the police got over there, the police must have received, received some tip of or a call from some neighbor or residents. There must have called the police that something happened, there's a need for police to come. And that what prompted the police deployment there. I can say whether her death was natural, accidental, or her death was, masterminded by Sam Jackson himself. But under such circumstances, under such questionable death, the police, as the first line of justice in our country, as far as the Constitution is concerned, there was a need that police, get there to do on the spot investigation as to what must have gone wrong, whether it was a medical problem or somebody must have harmed her. So how did it happen? And that's the question. Those are the things that the police want to know.
Okay.
Mr. People can please.
No, let's hear from you quickly. Let's hear from you. We have to be organized today. Let's hear from you.
So, what happened tonight or whatever, I saw the police presence at Mr. Jackson's house. It's of no strange thing. It's a normal situation that happens when such deaths occur. First of all, as Mr. Famule said, this person is an alien. She's from a different country. She's a South African, and according to what Mr. Jackson said, she didn't faint. She fainted first, and this time it happened in the bathroom, and catered to her. And he left. He went to the radio stations. He came and met her in a pool of blood. So that's very strange. His comments alone warrant.
So that warrants the police visiting. Okay, let's go in there. Prince Pepler, quickly. Let's hear from you.
So about the other people, you didn't tell them quickly. Why would you want to tell me quickly? So you
Prince,
gotta give me the same time.
No, the Prince. If you're not ready to speak, let me talk. Let me go to Moses. Moses came on before you. I jumped over Moses and went to you. So why can't you speak up your why can't you make up speak your position here?
No, I'm gonna telling you that you didn't tell the other people.
No, but you're not going to speak lengthily.
That's why it is. So
time. You're not going to speak
give me the time. Let me talk,
Yeah, go ahead.
So yes, I don't have all the facts
I don't have all the fights because I haven't, placed some call back to understand what is unfolding. But I personally have fundamental problem with the police's response. In the first place, in as much as anybody will welcome the police having interest in investigating the death. It is questionable, but the procedure is the CRD that goes in that kind of instant first. Not a deployment like a war zone. That's not how it works. Not a deployment like a war zone. The only place the police supposed to go in that kind of manner is at the Liberian border with Guinea, which they did not do, right? And because Mr. Pia is an opposition person, the police go there and deploy like it's a war zone. That is wrong. Let them send CRD there to go and do an investigation to establish.
Who Pia are you making reference to? You said Mr. Pia.
Sorry, not Pia, but Samuel Jackson, rather. Sorry. And, so we're talking about Samuel Jackson.
Okay. So in another word, you have problem with the manner in which the police are
deployment okay. Especially when the man is mooning, hundreds of persons, family members and friends will be going there. You instill fear and panic in them when you do that. Let us go there. That's the homicide division of the police. The homicide division of the police.
Please, Mr. Kripler, we have to follow time.
Now a deployment, the military confrontation is unfolding.
Please find a way to mute the man anytime he's going beyond. Let's hear from you, Moses. Please, gentlemen, before Moses can come in, we have to do this at time. We have a couple of topics that we have to cover. If we ask you a question, hit the nail on the head, speak your mind in a few seconds or a minute, you are through. We're not going to allow people to just speak without any boundary or just speak without following the time here. No, we're not going to allow that to happen. Please, maybe it happened before, but we're not allowed that to happen anymore. Moses, let's hear from you. Maybe in a minute.
Yeah, look, let me just say this. John, I'm rather disappointed, extremely disappointed that Prince, who lives in the United States, he knows how these things happen. If any death is considered suspicious, the police intervene immediately. Immediately. Prince knows that. And for Prince to talk like he lives outside, he lives in outer space, it's mind-boggling, man. I just can't comprehend that. But look, let me say this. I listened to Mr. Jackson. I don't want to come across as being judgmental. Mm-hmm. But the way Mr. Jackson spoke, I don't think he actually showed leadership. He didn't demonstrate empathy. He said his wife was in medical crisis. Your wife is in medical crisis. You leave your wife unattended to go do a radio interview? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? It raises a lot of concern.
Okay, let's hold it there. And go to Massaquoi, Mr. Fuda Massaquoi. Let's get your take on this in a minute, please.
Well, thank you. Are you getting me now?
Yes, go ahead. We're getting you. Go ahead.
Well, I think, firstly, it is quite unfortunate. A very beautiful woman to die in that manner and fashion. It's quite unfortunate. I think in a civilized society or a traditional setting of ours, whenever someone passes away in such a manner, I think the very first thing is for you to be sympathetic. I think it's also good for you to be loving and caring to the bereaved family. But we are not saying that. For the Liberian National Police to be at the home of Mr. Jackson at this kind of crucial time, I think it is being more political, which is not a good thing. In as much as it is responsible, it's a constitutional responsibility of the governor of Liberia to investigate on these kind of cases to know whether the death was natural or not. We have people dying in this country in a very mysterious manner. In Marshall, a woman was shot in the chest 6 times, body was burned. Up to now, the police have not investigated that. We didn't see no police with armed men. So my point of contention is this because Mr. Jackson is a political commentator who criticized the government, that is why the police? I think now what we should be doing, we should be in sympathy with the family, we should be understanding to the man, and then an investigation can come out to know what really happened. But for the police to be gory.
Okay, all right, thank you. Thank you. Let's hold you there. You exceeded your 1 minute. Let's hold you there. Gentlemen, we'll talk more about this. In fact, we'll begin the discussion with the Council of Churches. We'll begin with them. We'll begin the interview with on this matter with the Council of Churches. But we'll talk more about this after the Council of Churches had left. The argument is that some are putting up now is that the death was not suspicious. There are others who believe that the death was not suspicious. Besides, like you just heard him, those maybe from the other angle will be thinking, or maybe because Sam Jackson is a critic of the Liberian government, a very strong critic, and so it's been maybe harassed in that manner by the police. But just a few minutes ago, again, I tried contacting the police spokesman, Sam Collins. He continues to say what they are still, but we don't know exactly why is the police that lip. If I thought that the police is trying to has reasons for going to the home of Mr. Sam Jackson, which no one can question, the police should be able to come up to say, look, these are the reasons. Because the police take, they delayed the police they delay they are delaying to come up. It may likely spark speculations and all of that. We need to know exactly why did the police deploy in the manner the police deploy. In fact, we have a video of Sam Jackson, but we can't play that video because that was the first video he made. We can't because the video had lots of invectives in it. When he saw the police, were very emotional and he used lots of invectives. Let's try to welcome the Council of Churches secretary is here for 25 minutes and then he leaves. If you still want to be part of the discussion, well, no problem, but he has a few minutes. Welcome to the program, Mr. Chief Scrap.
Thank you very much, Sabot, and it's a pleasure being here.
Okay, so again, viewers kind of share the show, share the live video so that your friends, your relatives, your loved ones can also follow the show tonight. We are streaming live on Pram FM Monrovia 105.5 and streaming live also on our Facebook and our YouTube channel. Just tap Nighttime Heat either on your Facebook or your YouTube channel and then you go to watch the show online. Now, let's hear from you. We just heard about first the death of Mr. Sam Jackson, and then just few hours, the death of his wife, and then just few hours, police had deployed. Is the council concerned?
What's her name, sir?
Reverend, you can just call a phone him so my colleagues can know.
Okay, I'm Reverend Dr. Chris Leto, the first General Secretary of the Liberal Council of Churches.
Thank you.
First thing first, we want to extend our deepest sympathy to the baby family for the loss of, I don't know her first name, but maybe I can call her Mrs. Jackson, for that irreparable loss. The next thing is that the nation, the world will get concerned the manner in which people died.
Okay.
I don't care whether they are your wife, husband, friends, relative, whoever they may be. The manner in which they die can create a concern. And it is also possible that you can be in a house with even your own spouse and somebody killed that person. But the first thing is that the police will have to ask you a question. How did it happen? What did you suspect in the way, other thing like that? So the issue of question asking, I don't think it should be emotional.
Did you see the video that Sam
I
Jackson?
saw Sam Jackson
And he
video.
explained as to how his wife died.
Yes, I listened to that, and I also listened to the emotional statements that he made.
Now, from the let me ask you the question. I know my colleagues will come in. From the perspective of the council, from what Sam Jackson has explained, do you think the death was suspicious?
I cannot say so. I'm not a police officer.
But from what he explained,
we are concerned.
Did you listen to him?
We are concerned. For his explanation, we are concerned. The police, that is a governing arm of investigation in our country, they are also concerned. So if they call him to ask him questions, I think he should be able to explain to them in terms of what happened. There are a lot of issues of speculations, perception, and sometimes people accuse people, but they are not maybe the real doer of the act. And so I don't think we should move it to the level of politicizing it. It's an issue that has to do with life. Someone's life has been taken, and under our law, when life is taken in a manner of which, especially blood and other thing, come forth and other thing, it gives another impression. It depends on the police report. I think the hospital report also reflect a lot of things in terms of death.
Okay, so my colleagues will come in, but before they come, let me ask you this question. The police deployment was about, if I'm not mistaken, since the video came, was about close to an hour plus now. And the police is yet to speak. Do you think the council is concerned as to why the police is still tight-lipped?
The first thing is that if the police went on the scene, they should go on the scene for the reason. It should not be tight-lipped. If the police get any information, they should be able to say to Mr. Jackson, Mr. Jackson, can we have a discussion with you? We escort you to the police station? We want to ask you some questions for what happened with the death of your wife. It should not be anything tight-lipped. You should not, if you think that the crime was criminal, then you must be able to, you have some of your evidences, you must be able to apply the police, the police ethics in terms of investigation. But you don't remain tight-lipped as though something is suspicious that is happening. And this has to do with life. The family, the Guerrero family is now Liberian. And so it's something which we must be able, as the police, I think the police should be able to, if they see that their crime is a suspicious crime, that place should be barricaded right away so that crime scene cannot be tampered with. But if they don't see it that way, then I think their presence is not needed.
Okay, Dave.
Yeah. So, Reverend, right? Yeah. So, Reverend, so going to such a scene well armed, it is something that's good to do.
It creates a concern when people go with arm to a scene. That gives
especially
a message.
The bereaved family home.
That gives a message. So they are not going there because of bereavement. Maybe they are going there for something else, and the police must be able to say why they are going there with armed people. When someone is bereaved, the police have something to say to the public.
Okay.
I think Reverend Dr. Toe said all, but what I need to add there is that, in fact, as a matter of fact, the police should be updating. You should tell the people, why are you deployed right now at Mr. Jackson's house? I don't have problem with the arm because the situation there is fluid. You don't know who they what. So you can go in we can see it on Western television. Some of us who travel some Western countries, we can see it. Something suspicious, you will see the police wear armed, they will come there. It's not strange. We shouldn't highlight to say it's strange, Liberia own, it should not happen. But when you go there, you should be able to tell the public why you are there. And, I mean, we're not good at giving like hourly or 2 hours or whatever update of incidences when they happen, when our people go there to investigate. It's good sometimes to give update.
Now, I've been speaking with the police spokesman and still pushing him to hear from him, but he continues to say he can only speak based on instruction. So
Yes,
we're
yes,
trying
definitely.
to also
Yeah.
trying to establish contact with the hierarchy of the police. But it's quite necessary that the police speaks
Yeah,
out. there.
Slumber, legally, you know, people have to be very careful. Yeah, and like the Reverend said, this is a death of a non-liability, right? Now, our criminal procedure law section 7.1 talks about the issue of suspicious death. It becomes a crime issue, as in fact a perceived crime. So therefore, since it is suspicious, the police have a homicide division that's supposed to go there and make sure they take evidence. Now, the police, mind you, this thing happened between 24 hours now, because since I think last night up to this morning. So the police may have spoken to the doctors that attended to this woman, and they may have had evidence in their hand that led to some level of suspicion, but they cannot come and put it out. So what they have to do now, firstly, is to protect the who-be crime scene, because, like he said, it could turn fluid. Somebody could have, somebody can go in there and see whether they can get rid of the crime scene. Then there are many questions that need to be asked. In Mr. Jackson's own statement, he said the woman has been battling health issues. She fell off a stool. Then why did you leave her alone in the house to go out for this length of time? Is she living alone? It is only the two of you guys in the house. When you noticed that she had some health issue and she was fainting, did you invite any relatives to come and be with her, so just in case there's the issue? So there are a lot of things.
Multiple questions will be asked.
Multiple questions that make this thing suspicious. So therefore, let's give the police the chance to be able to properly investigate. And at the end of it, when there's a probable cause or there's a clue, they will inform the public.
What can I? While I'm talking about, we're not talking about the police going into details to explain what really happened. You can tell the public why
Just
you
a
are
few lines.
deployed
At the home of
it's
a suspicious
investigation.
The thing is, I'm coming 1 minute. I'm coming. This guy we are talking about, Sam Jackson. He's a critic of the government.
He's a politician.
He's a politician. So I mean, there will be lots of concerns. Don't you share that, Remy?
Yeah, there will be a lot of concern, and so even with the presence of the police and the way in which Mr. Jackson alarmed, and talking, calling the IG name, and and emotionally speaking, and other things like that, it creates a concern. And with the stories, the different explanations and other things, the police has the right to ask questions. So this thing should not be politicized. I'm in sympathy with Mr. Jackson, but Mr. Jackson, if you left your wife unattended to, and you know she was not well, and you went for another something, you must be able to say to the police, if they call on you, to go and say to the police what happened. If there's a negligence, you must be able to speak that there's a negligence, on your part, because I cannot have a situation. Most times you invite me to the studio, and sometimes I would say, "Oh, last minute I cannot come because I have some issues that I have to address." So if I don't address the issue and I come to the studio and something happened behind me,
they can hold you for negligence.
They can hold me for negligence. Yeah. That I left my children unattended, or I left my daughter unattended, and I say I'm going to speak on national issue, and if my child died behind me, will say I don't want to keep my child before I come here. So this whole issue, it needs to be investigated. Nobody's saying that he did it, but as a matter of fact, he must be willing. If the police call on him, he must be willing to be arrested.
Okay, Moses, do you have a question for the Council of Churches? Let's hear from you.
So some all of you guys had the opportunity to say what I want to say.
Moses,
you deny me the opportunity.
Okay, it seems that Moses is not ready. Prince, you can come in.
Okay, but the man stop inside.
Moses, just hold on. Prince, you can come in.
Let Moses speak.
No, you can come in now.
Yeah, go ahead. Shall come in. Go ahead.
So, but if you want the show to be a unity party show, why you keep bothering?
Man, Prince, you can't do this, man.
No, but what you doing?
I allow you to come in. I paused Moses and I said, come in. Why are you having a problem again? What's the issue? We have a guest here.
Your whole life is to fight unity party.
Yeah, but you're making a show to be unity party show.
How to Liberia can't find unity party? You can't be in America, you be talking those kind of things.
Come Prince, we have a guest. Do you have a question for the guest or not? Or you have a comment?
Let Moses speak.
All right, I have a question. No, I have a question.
I'll come to you, Master.
Yeah, look, I just want to say I concord with everyone, including Dr. Toe, from the Council of Churches. Everything they said is absolutely true. Look, like Edwin said, Mr. Sam Jackson, the way he spoke, his action can be considered as what? Neglect. Failure to act. It is, I don't want to go there, but it just doesn't add up for someone to be in medical crisis and you leave them unattended to grant a radio interview.
You guys had the same thing.
It's unimaginable. And then don't forget, this woman is a foreign national. What I think the police has not been able to do, and the police has created a lot of questions, and this is where the whole political angle coming from. The thing has nothing to do with politics, gentlemen. It has nothing to do with politics. The police is basically performing its statutory duties in the United States here, where I live, where Mr. Prince lives. The police does the same thing. All you do, you announce. You announce that, hey, it has been reported this and we are deploying. The police has instituted a probe. You let the public know. So this guy is a prominent man. Let the public know that you are deployed to investigate and ask for cooperation. So you can't wait for 24 hours to do this.
Okay, let's show you Moses. Massacre.
So Saba.
No, please, I beg you.
Moses, the reason why I want to speak.
We have to go to
Moses.
Moses
continue to reference me in his argument, right?
Prince, you can't do this. We have to go to Massacre. Mr. Massacre can come in.
Yeah, that's what I want to say. I believe in my mind the Unity Party have finally succeeded to endanger the life of Mr. Jackson. You see, all of the very analysis, it now point to the accusation that Mr. Jackson killed someone, that it is a crime scene, that he had done something wrong. Then when somebody will say, oh, you don't political side. The police have been grossly incompetent and so insensitively political. That is how Gogo Kuma have always behaved. Gogo Kuma want to be an enforcer, he want to be a legislator, he want to be a judiciary man. It is not the function and the framework of the police to be passing around of looking for cases. We're just here the other day. Gogo will lead essential important issues and go ahead to endanger the life. Now, we are saying that this woman is a foreigner. For the fact the police will be making the scene, you see, for the fact the police will be making the scene, going to a horse, no announcement, on what basis, it all boils down to the public sentiment of creating a doubt, a cloud, as if Mr. Jackson have committed a crime here. But in this country, there have been over 436 mysterious deaths. We have never seen the police going out to find anything. So my point is, why Kokomo should tell the Liberian people, why will you carry gunmen to Mr. Jackson Hall instead of inviting the man to the office? You can
okay, all right, let's go here. No, Prince, you can come in.
So here is it. The first thing I want to clarify here is the deception and the myth that Sandy continued to, spill, and he referenced me. In the United States, nobody is questioning the police going to investigate an allegation of crime. Nobody is against that. But there are specific departments of the police that is responsible for certain crimes. You got a homicide division of the Liberia National Police. You get a CID, the Criminal Investigation Division of the Liberia National Police. Those are the bodies if the police think something suspicious went wrong, crime was committed that led to, and maybe they want to call a murder, then those are the divisions that should be there, not people with long-range weapons. When you come to the US here, when it happens, the appropriate police department will come and they will put, if you want to call the place a crime scene, what make a crime scene is a red tape line. They will put it, they will surround that place to indicate that it's a crime scene. And the police information mechanism will be very clear on why they are there, what have they found in the interim, in the most immediate. They will inform the public regularly. But you can see that this police is being political.
Okay,
Mr.
let's
Pia
go
is
there.
a strong
Let's go
critic
there.
of
You
the
made your
government.
point.
So all what they're
Mr.
trying to do now is to make him to appear like he has killed his wife.
Okay,
That's what they want to do.
You made your point. Now, you want to come in quickly?
Well, the thing about it is that you do not tell the police how to go on a crime scene. That's one thing that Prince is actually missing. So even if the guys who have arm goes there, it is not them who are going to do the job. They're not going to secure the perimeter until the homicide team comes in or the CRD team comes in.
Mm-hmm.
And Prince knows exactly this is what happened everywhere in the world. This is a fluid situation. So therefore, you don't expect plainclothes policemen to go there and tell Mr. Jackson, say, please allow us to enter a place. They have to barricade the crime scene. So you don't tell police how to go on a crime site.
And another thing, Saba, is that, look, even if the government were to go after Mr. Jackson for political comments he must have made in the past or remarks he must have made, anti-government comments he must have made, would the government wait until his wife dies before they can go after Mr. Jackson? Does it make sense?
That question, can I answer that?
Poor logic. Poor logic.
Can I answer that question? Because that question is coming to us.
In the discussion as they are being handled by the two gentlemen, Mr. Kripler and Mr. how to call him, said Massaquoi. They're sounding naive. And let's be frank with that. Somebody died. Serious circumstances. Police is deployed to investigate. You say it's not a homicide. How do you know that the people that are there are not homicide? They are not a homicide division. You know, because they carry a gun. Who told you homicide people, the police detachment, how to call themselves, the homicide don't carry a gun?
Information, Saba.
No, man.
Yes, okay, your information quickly. So we can go to your information quickly.
David wants to know what are the police couldn't have gone for Mr. Jackson long before today. In every political situation, which is the same with what is happening at the moment, political opponents, autocratic and despotic regimes always want to look for an opportunity and movement to, accelerate and act on their agenda. They couldn't have gone for Mr. Pia when he's speaking on Spoon and all of the different networks he spoke on. They thought that there is an opportunity to settle score with Mr. Pia.
You're looking at
Who you making reference to? Samuel Jackson, sorry. You know, with Mr. Samuel Jackson, they think there is an opportunity to settle score with him. That's what we're trying to say.
Information to his information.
All right, let me hold you there.
When you're giving information on such political individual, like to look at his political cloud. He doesn't hear the political party. He's not a relevant political relevant individual.
All right, information is wrong. Your information is wrong. Your information is wrong. No, Kennedy, information is wrong.
He's not standing bearer of a political party to say he votes.
No, Kennedy, your information is wrong.
He used to oppose
He is a stalwart of the CMC.
He used to support
He is a stalwart of the CMC.
He supported Mr. Weir. Later on, he started going critical, this and that. He been like that throughout.
The man is a critic of the regime. That is enough to go after him.
Yeah.
That is enough to go after him.
Let's go, gentlemen. Let me organize here.
So 1 minute, Mr.
Let me hear from you. Let me hear from you, Rabbi Tool. From the perspective of the council, because this is one thing that people think some individuals have begun to argue that it was inappropriate But from the perspective of the council, do you think the way, I'm sure you watched the video, especially the video that was done by Mr. Jackson himself, trying to show all the police officers, and some of them were holding the long range. Do you think the manner in which the police deployed them, is it acceptable, or did the police slip on that?
Okay, I think so. But let me just say that that when you deal with security matters, I want you to know that security matters are sensitive, and there are a lot of people who are giving security information, and you may not easily identify them.
Mm-hmm.
There could be even people right in the community of Mr. Sam Jackson that is providing information to the police that he is not even aware. So sometimes when they get information, they move in. It does not mean they will just go right away. They just move in the area to be able to protect the area. If they were going to go to the area violently and move on Mr. Jackson and other things, then I would say that was improper. But with even the situation, even if his wife died normally or abnormally, and the police went there, did the police carry on a violent action? The police is not the enemy of the state. So the police person should not intimidate anybody. So as long as you know you are not in the wrong, and the police come with their presence, I don't care even when they come with the war thing. Gentlemen, why are you here? With the war thing. So it's the issue, the way in which we have, inflame the situation, the emotions that we bring with it, the politics we try to bring into it when it has to do with, I talk about another national. So our country security is, I want you to know that we are no permanent member on the Security Council.
Mm-hmm.
So as a country right now, Liberia got to be very careful how to deal with security matters.
So now, should we see the death of this lady as coming, and I'll begin with you. Do we see the death of this lady as a death of a foreign national, and not just the death of the wife of Mr. Jackson? I'll begin with you on that.
We were in this country. In this country. The former manager at Boulevard Palace, he was killed in this country. He was murdered. At the end of the day,
people need to stop this kind of thing.
Police did not go there.
There was an investigation. There was an autopsy report released by the Ministry of
So you
Justice.
see? So you see?
No, man.
I'm talking at the end of the day. I'm talking at the end of the day.
The guy who died was my very good friend. The manager.
The man is trying to provide information.
Let's stop this thing.
No, but you see,
I know Sam Malabi.
you backing. What's happening? You did not allow the man in.
The police went there.
The police went there. The guy should stop. They should stop this thing.
1 minute. Master Quay, the man is trying to provide information.
When this thing happened the same day,
Did
you put it on?
The police is still investigating this thing. The police were on the scene. In fact, it didn't happen at the hotel. It happened to a friend place. When I came, I drove to the hotel. I said, Sam, how did this thing happen? And Sam explained what this guy was involved in, how the guy committed suicide. And even when the Ministry of Justice autopsy report came, it said the same thing that the owner of the hotel said. So why do you want to come here?
So, Mr. Master, listen to the information, right?
Let's stop this thing.
Mr. Master, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Edwin Famule, who is the brother of Bremer Famule, the ambassador of Liberia to Egypt. We understand he on this show to protect his brother's job. We understand.
We don't even have a job. That's why you don't even know.
Please, 1 minute. Let him just.
No, but you see,
I'm coming.
George, people need to stop spreading lies.
George,
my brother don't have a job. You don't know my brother, so don't start
anything. You correct him.
You don't know my brother.
You need to respond to the question.
So for the family from Bong County, are my brother too? So all the family belong to me, right?
People saying that.
And there is a man who claims to be a lawyer. I'm talking, instead of him waiting for his turn to respond, he will be interjecting between my line.
Allow you to spread garbage?
So,
Yeah,
Mr.
but
Sobo,
Sobo allowing it, so
Yes, go ahead, my man. Go ahead.
if that other people then Sobo can flex his muscle.
so Mr.
I'm
Sobo,
happy wearing
Go
a blue
ahead.
t-shirt. Yeah.
Go ahead, Amasukwe.
so Mr. Sobo, here's my point. There have been serious national issues in this country. People have died mysteriously. A little boy as low as 15 was sodomized by 3 men here. At the end of the day, that was never a crime scene. You didn't see the police carrying gunmen there. Like we said, the police want to send a picture to make it appear as if Mr. Jackson have killed anybody here, which is not true. So I see the Council of Churches that have never condemned sodomy. They have never condemned.
They have never responded to anything in the country besides
I don't think you're in Liberia.
Where that political council. So that political
I don't think you're in Liberia.
Listen. All right.
Because you are not following anything. If you're in Liberia, you follow.
You made your point. The question I asked, and you didn't even answer it. The question I asked: should we see the death of this woman as the death of a foreign national?
That's a question
that draws in the image of this country. If we don't handle it carefully, then seeing the death as just the wife of a politician.
It's twofold. Honor international laws. You have to look at the right of other people's citizens. And it is not because maybe we don't treat our own citizens the way they look at their citizens. But most of these people, you're talking about countries that are far advanced than you in everything, in terms of economy, in terms of military power, in terms of everything. So it's in twofold. This is a woman, a young woman, a career woman who is married to a Liberian citizen who left her country to come and reside in the country. And she died of a mysterious circumstances that needs to be properly investigated. Because like I said, you have a South African embassy here. There's an ambassador here. He's been informed of his citizen's death. He has probably communicated that to her family people and they're asking questions. We need to know because we didn't hear that maybe our daughter been sick. This thing just happened, So there are a lot of political, social, economic issues that we need to look at keenly. And like the council said, we sit on a very important seat at the Security Council that needs the assistance of other countries to back us up. If they start having mixed signal that something is happening to their citizens and we're not paying attention to it.
So I just left as a non-permanent.
Of course, it could affect our relationship with other partners. So we have to treat this. Look, guys, let's take the political aspect or political feelings.
Okay, so let me hold you there. Moses, the same question. What's your take on that?
So, can I respond to that question as well?
No, we have to do the thing early. Moses, I'm asking you.
Why is someone scared of people like this?
Okay, this is what I would like to say. I would like to say that let us not lay emphasis on where the person comes from. The emphasis should be on what a human life was lost. Whether Liberian or not, that person should be given similar treatment. We want to know what led to the cause of the death of this person. It's very important. That lady could have been a Liberian. Are we saying that if she had been a Liberian, we just sit back and don't do nothing because she's a Liberian or she was a Liberian?
I think we're trying to look at how it plays on the image of our country if we don't know.
It is very important because now South Africa, whether we like it or not, South Africa is a very powerful country. South Africa is closely following the current situation in the country. The way we handle this, that could have what? An implication on our role.
Thank you.
So it's very important. Very important. And so let me just say this quickly. Look, guys, time is of essence. If I have to leave my wife to come and sit here, it's a serious conversation.
Okay. All right.
Sitting on a pallet or drinking palm wine, I mean, then I have a problem with that. I don't have the time. I don't have the luxury of time for that.
Okay, Moses, thank you. Let's hear from you, Crippler.
You know, it is crystal clear. Only people with dubious political motive will act in a manner and form that the government is acting. All of us want justice if something went wrong. But there's a saying in Liberia, people cry more than they bereave. We're talking about a woman, Mr. Jackson's wife, somebody that the man traveled with to several countries around the world. Several countries around the world, not only Liberia. Are you suggesting that Mr. Jackson have not been able to reach out to the family on this matter? Are you suggesting that Mr. Jackson does not care about the woman he married, somebody that they travel all around the world? The only reason why this is happening is because people want to politicize it. Somebody want to get up, get even with their political rival or a critical voice in the country. And that's the reason why today the Liberal Council of Churches that have not spoken on no issue in the country. The police brutality in the country. There's people dying mysteriously in the country. In a twinkling of an eye, the Secretary General is out here to speak on that one matter. When there are several matters on the table that they have not spoken on, they have brushed.
Okay, so let's go there. You spoke about Mr. Massaquoi, let's hear from you.
Simply,
Mr. Massaquoi, let's hear from you.
Like I said initially, I believe in my mind, just her being a foreigner in no way means that she must not be given on the due courtesy, that the process will not be in accordance with all other necessary things. But you see, recently, the late Honorable Solomon George, he passed off. We didn't know he was sick. At the end of the day, we didn't see the police going to his place. I can name so many cases. Recently, we also have Yakpaolo Massimo, a 15-year-old whistleblower, who was found dead in police custody. In May 26, 2025, autopsy report from the Ministry of Justice confirmed that Massimo died unlawfully and died unnaturally, meaning he may have been killed in prison. What did the police do? The police suspended the 2 officers that were on guard that night. Up to now, justice has not been said from Massimo. So you see, there have been varieties of mysterious death in the country, but the police will not go there because
so you made your point now.
Yes,
Gentlemen, are coming on. We have to look at it now from 2 perspectives.
No, you initially asked a question that I'd like to
yes,
say
okay, go ahead.
the question about
what do we see all
the international implications.
The international implications.
The first thing is that the only way we're casting aspersion on Liberia's image is only it depends on the outcome of the investigation. If the investigation points out that she was murdered, the fact that she's murdered in Liberia, it will cast aspersion on Liberia. But if she dies as a result of medical reasons, that wouldn't cast aspersion on Liberia's image. So until the findings of the investigation that the police is conducting comes out, let us put aside whether or not it will cause aspersion on Liberia's image because of her death, of mysterious death. Now, what Prince and I'm wondering what Prince and the other Massaquoi, they haven't been concerned about an issue that Moses Sandy raised initially. Your woman is sick. On a such emergency situation, you left her at home, whether people were there or not. You're going to appear on a talk show. Why isn't this claiming the attention of Prince Crippler and Massacre, who are here talking nonsense, and they say they. I'm sorry to say that, Sabo.
Now, gentlemen, we have to transition.
It's unfair.
I'm coming. 1 minute. Prince, we have to transition.
No, principal, you need
Now, do we need to allow the police to do its work? I come 1 minute, please. 1 minute.
But
the man will come to
1
you.
minute. I'll come to you.
people, right?
I'll come.
We're not saying that maybe insulting on the show. It's very uncivilized.
Nonsense,
It's very
no sense.
uncivilized.
Give you all the opportunity.
You will respond to the man when I come to you.
And you call yourself Council of Churches.
Why would you want to do that?
No.
Political conference, my Council of Churches. And you call yourself Council of Churches.
Hello,
And you're insulting.
gentlemen. I will come back to you guys. I will come back to you.
But you
please,
guys
and I'll
are
come
not
back to
making
you.
sense. You're not making sense.
Please, 1 minute, gentlemen. 1 minute,
A chance so that we can respond to
gentlemen. And let me
all
give
we
you
want.
from the Council of Churches perspective. The police is here to speak, and we all know that maybe it will take the police 24 hours or 48 hours to do all its due diligence, asking all the questions before it can speak. So that's the reason why we've been pushing Sam Collins, and he said, "Well, I can't speak except I get the instruction from my authorities," which is clear, that's understood. Now, should we avoid this issue of politics? Yes, I agreed. Sam Jackson has been a political figure. He's been a very strong critic of the administration. With the international implication this has, because it has its own international dimension to this. The lady is kind of Liberian. She's a foreigner. Do we need to allow the police to do its work and avoid or expunge the issue of politics and wait until the police can come out? If the police will charge some individuals, the police charge them and then we'll go forward with this matter. Or we continue to speak the way we speak. Let's hear from you, Reverend Christo.
Yeah, thank you, Sabo. And I don't want to respond to my colleagues in studio trying to cast some blame on the council. They are ill-informed, so they are not following things. But we are not political parties. We're not a political party. We're not a political institution. We are not politicians to be back and forth here. So we do a lot of our engagement. We speak to political actors, position, imposition, opposition. We speak to them because they are all members of the council, one way or the other by extension. So any of the groups can come to power, and we have to, partner with them in collaboration. But the issue that you raise is very concerning for us, because I've seen where a nation went to war with another nation because of their citizen. So it's not something that we take lightly. Although yes, she's a human, but it's another country's citizen. You don't know how other countries value their citizens. If you don't value your Liberian citizen, other people value theirs. So we have to. Our police have to take their time. Sometimes we're going to be hasty, but they got 48 hours to be able to come up. Although people will say, "Oh, we want the police to speak," and give them the 48 hours. If they don't respond within the 48 hours, then we can be able to say X, Y, Z. But allow the police to do its work. Let us not be moved by emotions. There's a lot of noise that we cast all around here. Some of the people tomorrow, you are sitting in the studio, they're talking and trying to defend somebody. If that person come up tomorrow to be a culprit, what will you say? So somebody just be objective and speak to the issue, because we are not casting blame on anyone. All we're trying to say, if there is anything that is criminally alleged, let it be investigated. If it is something normal, let us be informed from the hospital to the police that is normal, so that we move forward with this, because it has to do with families and countries' connections. But we, as the council, we want to continue to extend our sympathy to the family of Mr. Jackson and the lady family also in South Africa for the passing of the daughter.
Okay.
And if it is noted by any means that there is a foul play, let justice take its course.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
but I just want to correct Fode. He talks about the death of our former district number 7.
No, we passed that already.
No.
No,
Because we're on the
Okay,
radio.
go ahead, quickly,
When
go ahead.
people bring out these things, you need to clarify them. The police does not go. There's no law in the country that says the police will investigate every death. No. And I said it here in my opening statement.
Yeah, because they want your political nature. Why are they investigating?
It says that if there's a suspicious death, it has to be investigated. Honorable Solomon George got a heart attack. He went to the hospital. He died. It was pronounced that he died from heart attack in the hospital. So when you come here and sit on the radio where people listen to you, say, oh, Honorable Solomon George died, the police have not come and do anything, you're doing disservice. We're talking about something that is of national concern. We're not blaming anybody. We're not saying that it was done. But under our laws, when there's a suspicious death, it has to be investigated. And this is the only way to do such investigation.
Okay, Moses, before I go to Prince Crippler, Moses, let's hear from you. Do we need to, do away with the issue of politics and look at this, allow the police to do his work, and then we'll move forward from there?
Definitely. Let's put aside the politics and let's be human beings. Let's even forget about being Liberians, but let's be human beings. A human life has been lost. Let's be human beings. It's not about CDC. It's not about UP. This is about a human being. And like Edwin said, in a situation like this, the police is on a legal obligation to institute a probe. And this is where I would like to appeal, Rabbi, to differ with you a little bit. In a situation like this, you announce that you are deploying. You announce that you are instituting a probe. This has come to your attention. You are instituting a probe, because if you don't do that, like we have on the show now, or Prince and Mr. Masekwe are saying, oh yeah, the mayor's opposition. Now what? To avoid all this misrepresentation, come clean, announce that, hey, this is what we have decided to do in the wake of this situation.
Okay. Prince Crippler, let's hear from you.
So it's quite saddening that the church, I'm a Christian, the church should be big on morality and doing the right thing. Unfortunately, the church chooses to allow herself to be used politically to serve as a mouthpiece for another political actor. Simply, that's why it is. The Council of Churches Secretary, who is casting doubt on the victim and playing neutrality at the same time, is saddening. It's saddening. One would thought that the Council of Churches will be big about the process. They say what is not done legally or properly is not done at all. There are processes that should be followed by the police. These are the processes we want the police to follow. The first thing is almost 24 hours. You go into somebody's place with long-range weapons, without charge, without any information about what has gone wrong, for which you are there. When people are supposed to go sympathize with the person, you are instilling fear in the people. We are saying anything to the person. We are saying anything to the Liberian people about the reason why you are there. That is fundamentally wrong. And the Council of Churches does not see anything wrong with that. That is sad. But I'm not surprised, right? I'm not surprised, because integrity is lacking. I'm not surprised. So for you to say we are ill-informed, that's not true.
Okay,
Let
let's go that you spoke.
Let me just
We're not ill-informed.
just a minute.
Let's-
Just a second,
okay.
30 seconds.
We are not ill-informed.
Prince, I just want to, it's not an issue of debate, but
We are not ill-informed.
listen now.
Prince, 1 minute.
No, but I didn't conclude.
I gave you a long time now. Prince spoke.
My
Let us go speak
conversation.
now. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, Prince, I'll listen to you. But I just want to bring to your attention that you are not informed. And it is saddening that maybe you are on the other side of the show. This person you see sitting in this studio has even been accused of being CDC. So I'm objective.
No,
I'm
it's not true. Nobody accused
on
you
any
of
political
this.
side. I'm not on any political side yet. We are
Really?
trying to be objective as it is.
See that thing?
You look at the law. We are not for the political party. You are a politician. You ran as a political representative on a political party, so you're speaking like a politician. We are not speaking a politician here. We are speaking. We are empathizing and sympathizing with Mr. Jackson, but at the same time, we're saying with the situation, his wife died mysteriously. He also needs to be calling for investigation in terms of what happened to his wife. The family needs to be calling. Her country needs to be calling, and our government needs also to be concerned. And we are citizens, even you as an opposition party, you need to be concerned about this situation. That's all we are saying. We are not saying that Mr. Jackson is responsible for his death, the death of his wife. So stop spreading lies and rumors. Thank you.
Okay, so Mr. Massaquoi, let's hear from you.
The major reason for which God Almighty destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah was because of sodomy, gayism. A 15-year-old boy was sodomized here. You know, one of the Oma was telling me, why anytime Unity Party in power, then the gay they can start. A 15-year-old boy was sodomized in this country by 3 men. We have only seen 1 man. This council of churches, they have never condemned sodomy and gay. You think no, the Council of Patriarchs, the current Council of Churches, it is a political commodity. We saw their former president, he was serving at the will and pleasure and instruction of the president.
All right. So, Mr.
No.
Massaquoi.
No, so let me let my thought now. You gave me una time. Let me let my una thought
Mr.
now.
Massaquoi.
Yeah.
Well, when I ask you a question, let us not skew things here. Let us not throw jabs. Be direct. I did ask a question.
And I'm answering your question in my time.
I'm coming, Mr. Massaquoi. I did ask a question. Now, look, should we allow the police to do its work and do away with politics and get to know as to where we go from here? Because the issue of the death of this woman, it has its own international dimension as well. She's not a Liberian, so that's the question I'm asking. Let's talk about that. About
and I'm answering you.
Go ahead.
I'm answering you very clearly. When people feel we take our time and come on this show to answer to their satisfaction, then we should not be here. We will answer on the basis of how we see it. You will not sanction our opinions. We will not satisfy you. We are speaking on how we see it. I see we're not United Party show here. You're not defending your job here. To your question,
please,
the government, the government has already casted a doubt. The government has already destroyed herself. You know the party very well destroying herself. For the fact that this woman died, I believe the hospital communicated with the family. You went to the hospital will do the entire medical checkup to announce what actually killed her. But for the fact the government of Liberia sent gunmen, the people in South Africa are not seeing the picture. So the government of Liberia has endangered the country image to make it appear as if one of Liberian citizens has killed our daughter. So the government, Godric Common and the Unity Party, the Bracket Police, have damaged the country image by sending gunmen.
Okay, you make a point. Josh, we have to.
I'm sick of debating with this in the future.
No, we are asking the question. What are we doing with Farham? Go ahead.
The truth is, I like to discuss with people I will learn from. These two guys, the guy that Thierry, United Party, CDC. Is that why you brought them on the show?
No, not at all.
Because when we're discussing substantial issue, they bring United Party, CDC. Look, there is no way, let me make it clear, there is no way United Party or CDC can be talking about United Party. Don't make yourself relevant in the kind of environment, because these people, they went 12, they gone 2, you just went 6. They may stay long, you may not come back. So let's forget about this political issue and face it.
So you see the United Party, man. So you see the United Party Canada.
You ask
the
is
United
yes,
Party Canada now.
Information is it has greater weight because just quite recently you saw the incident with a Liberian being killed in Ghana.
Of course.
Ghanaians, most killing of such has taken place behind the scene before and nobody knew. But this guy, thank God for social media. People saw it. It has taken diplomatic threat.
Yeah.
People have been arrested in Ghana, including one of the ladies that was doing all of those things, and 2 other persons were on the run. They arrested the other one, and the other person stayed alive because of that. So this situation could also turn so if all far place to place. Nobody knows. Mr. Johnson, in his own voice, said he came and met his wife in blood. In fact, when they took her to the hospital, they was there that her skull was cracked. That's big thing. That is it. So that thing alone raises serious concerns that need to be investigated.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. So yes, finally.
Let me
So
just
we can
say
transition
this.
here.
Let me just say this. You see, we need to be human here. Like I said, maybe the 2 guys I know are more close to Sam Jackson than any of them that I can say. Sam and I talk nearly every day on the phone. We're exchange idea. Sam took his wife to me, so I know this woman.
Man, that's not the issue there. Go to the issue.
Let me say this. When people sit on platform and spill out gibberish, sometimes it concerns us. And like Moses said, we are all busy people. We come from work. We come here to provide education. We didn't come here to come and campaign. This is not campaign period. We're talking about a loss of human life. I heard Fody saying that all the people in South Africa have not seen this and not that. Do you know why they have ambassadors in countries? The ambassador is the president of the citizen of that country within your borders. When one of that citizens, anything happens to them, the very first person that their country listens to is to that ambassador. What happened? We need to get a clue as to what's happened to this lady. Mr. Jackson is he's on international media. He's on social media explaining the ordeal of what happened to these people's citizen. And then you saying that here, you saying, oh, the government trying to inflame it. It's already gone. Now, there are a lot of issues.
Just confirm what, yeah. Just confirm.
Right? When did Mr. Jackson go to the radio talk show? Which are the radio talk show he was on at that point? So these are all the different questions that the police have to ask to be able to get up a proper information.
All right, so gentlemen, let's try to transition. Let's try to transition. I think we've discussed about this sufficiently. Again, I believe we have to wait until the police have come out for deploy its personnel for Mr. Sam Jackson. So we have to transition now, gentlemen. Today, Moses.
Yeah, I just want 5 seconds. I just want to piggyback on what everyone has said. Mr. Sam Jackson raised the concern. He said his wife died on a suspicious condition. He raised a suspicion, and that is what the police is acting on. Thank you.
Okay, so gentlemen, let's transition.
Saba.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead. The same second, 30 seconds. Go ahead.
So here's it. I'm going to close on this topic in this way. I'm very certain that the police and the government of Liberia should be in the interest of every Liberian. if the government truly believes in justice, and if the action of the government on Mr. Jackson and his late wife is on the basis of fairness and transparency, I would really like to hear from the colleagues there. Siane Rix, a Liberian that came from Canada, who did all of our investment in Liberia, was murdered in cold blood.
And the police went there.
Did we see the massive deployment of the police as much as we are seeing now?
Yes,
Where is the status of that case
No.
today?
It did happen, and the couple was arrested. The couple right now behind bars.
Okay,
You
so
lie.
Where was the
You
Liberal
lie,
Council
Edwin.
of Churches?
You lie,
please,
Edwin.
1 minute. 1 minute.
Where was the Liberal Council of Churches?
Please,
answer you.
Mr. Prince Crippler, you ask a question, and Edwin answer. We have to transition. We can be, we can be going in cycle. We have to transition. So, gentlemen, today let's talk about the LAA. The managing director. We understand that he requested for absence of leave. Let's try to read the reaction from the president. The president reacted to that. Executive Mansion, President Joseph Boyka Sr. has accepted the request from the managing director of the Liberia Airport Authority, Mr. Ernest R. Hodges, to proceed.
And it's
huge, right?
Yeah.
Okay, to proceed on administrative leave pending the outcome of an ongoing investigation into allegations raised by the authority's board of directors. Mr. Hughes formally requested leave on March 9, 2026, indicating his desire to allow the investigation to proceed without any perception of interference and confirming his willingness to cooperate fully with the process. In his communication, he expressed confidence that a fair and impartial review would clarify the issue raised. Earlier, the president had directed the Ministry of Justice to conduct a comprehensive and impartial investigation into concerns outlined by the chairperson of the board of directors of the Liberia Airport Authority regarding the operational management of the institution. Now, gentlemen, we can read all. Let's. Do you think? Let me inquire. Is it the procedure, especially if an individual is flagged by the board for some questionable acts, and the president reacted, instructed the Ministry of Justice to conduct a probe? Now he's asking for administrative leave. Is it a procedure there?
Well, basically yes. And let me just say this.
Yes.
Yes. Let me.
No, I want you to say the yes. Well, I know people different to that.
Let me.
If that yes, I want you to say the yes. Don't say in your throat.
No, I'm coming now. Let me just send this caveat. The individual involved was once my boss at the LEC. He was acting managing director, so I know him very well. I know him in terms of character. I know him in terms of personality.
Okay.
Now, I won't speak to that. But like I said, first of all, these are allegations that were raised by the board. Now, the process is that if the allegations were submitted to the president with facts or evidence, and the president submitted to the Ministry of Justice, now there's two options. The president can either suspend you and forward you for investigation based on the nature of the crime, or the board can ask you that you have to take leave of absence while you're going through this investigation, because you cannot be on the job while you're going through the investigation. And it is not, it is basically an administrative procedure, because the board in the structure of the entity, the board is the highest. So it is the board that's going to instruct you, Mr. MD, you have to take leave of absence while you're going through this probe, because there are facts and evidence against you for engaging in X, Y, and Z. And nobody's asking why they didn't send him to the LACC, why the Ministry of Justice. The reason for that is that because he just left the LACC as one of the commissioners, and he was appointed to LAA. So therefore, again, if they have sent him there, they will say, oh, there could be some conflict of interest here because he know the people that he work with them. So the president told us why to turn it what to Ministry of Justice.
Now, is that Edwin? George, isn't that granting of the absence of leave? Isn't a window or a perfect opportunity so that if he did it, he can just find a way to escape?
To go where?
No. You see, you have to see a particular regime, a style of leadership. I haven't seen any institution where the board probably made recommendation to the president against the heads of those entities, and those heads president didn't act. It means that probably he had not seen it or he's still looking at it. But normally when it happens, he will suspend the person and then subject them to investigation, further investigation. The reason he does that is probably he doesn't want his action to be ill-informed. Probably that board may be wrong. So Mr. Famble just said it. This individual came from LACC, so he can't send him back to LACC. If it's a financial issue, Allah is send him to Ministry of Justice or the GAC, because the interpreting institutions signed the pact. The GAC and the LACC signed an agreement to collaborate.
Mm-hmm.
So probably the president, I can also send him to GAC. I was sending him to Ministry of Justice. Let him go there and clear himself, because Ministry of Justice has almost similar technicians like the GAC and the LACC. So he's gone there and he will face it. One of the main things that stand out to me in this particular situation was suspension. This leave of absence, I didn't see the letter what I say with pay or without pay. Because some leave of absence can be like with pay, with conditional. Some of them can be without pay. President suspension, I don't care how long you sit, and if you come back, you win your case, you go by, you get paid. If the president does not send you there, you still get paid. But this leave of absence, if he took it without pay, then it would be in the interest other than suspension. All right? Because when you suspend a man, he's sitting on ongoing investigation, you send another person to act, it means that you'll be paying two salaries for one position.
Let me ask now. And let me ask you've been around and from your perspective, is the issue of requesting leave of absence, especially when it is already, reported that you've done something wrong, is it in your purview or is it in the purview of the president or your appointed power?
Okay, let's look at it at this level. If I'm accused of a crime and for the investigation to go on, also I can ask to recuse myself. I can ask for leave of absence. I can ask also, I can write that. The board also can request that I leave for the protracted period until they can be able to investigate the matter. So it comes at both ends. So it is not wrong when it comes on the other end, or it's not wrong when it's done on the other end. So it depends on the leader in terms of the strategy or the style that the leader uses.
But why not? Why shouldn't it come? Why wouldn't the leader see it necessary for it to come from the leader, then from the individual himself, asking for leave of absence?
The other issue is an allegation. It's an allegation issue, and until it's proven with facts, until that person can be found, is proven for fight for indictment or even to go through the investigation, you cannot, cast suspicion when it is just alleged.
Did any of you see any letter of, Dave, let me ask you, you are in the media, did you see any letter of suspension from maybe the executive mansion suspending this huge guy we're talking about?
No, I haven't heard of one.
Okay, so why?
What I do know in most cases, when people are accused, not necessarily in Liberia alone, when people are accused, when they feel their reputation is injured, they resign. without even waiting to be dismissed or suspended. They resign on their own. So similarly, this guy feels that he's accused, even though it sounds unusual that he himself will ask for a leave of absence.
Surely.
It sounds very unusual, but it happens. It happens. It's very rare, but it happens. He's accused, and he feels that waiting for the president to suspend him or dismiss him before being forwarded to court or for investigation, he thinks that it will really dampen the reputation than if he himself asks to take a leave of absence to have enough time to face that investigation.
Okay, Prince Kripla, let's get your take on this.
So you see, it's disappointing, Soba. It's disappointing that Davis and the Formula and Josh and my friend Moses, their position flips and is only directed to protecting the government and unity party. Yesterday, we had a conversation about the head of the ombudsman. When he resigned, they said it was the wrong thing to do to resign, especially so that there were allegations levied against the head of the ombudsman. They said that was a perfect opportunity for him, that is the head of the ombudsman, to clear himself, to defend himself. But in this case, they are not justifying why the subject honor discussion have to request for leave of absence. I think, look, this is sad. This is a disservice to our country, that people who are supposed to be Liberians that have the interests of our country at heart will be shifting the goalposts simply because of their desperate attempt to protect a regime. That is unfair to the country. Look, the president, initially when he came, his approach was, anybody accused of an allegation, they are suspended and submitted for investigation. We saw that with the head of the LIS. We saw that with the head of the how you call this, the L triple RC.
NAFA.
Triple RC, couple of different people, including NAFA, right? We saw that happen. But why is it that they are not moving on this one? Because they are cherry picking in the fight against corruption, because they are very dishonest about the process. So
okay, so let's hold you there. Let's hold you there. You made your point. Let's hold you there. Moses, let's hear from you on this one.
Prince, the map of that is everyone on this talk show here we disagree with you. And when you're making claims that bring someone's integrity into question, you have to be very careful.
Seriously. Also, that you should not be careful, eh?
My man, listen. We don't talk together.
Don't say, my man, listen, you know my name.
People have a problem with keeping a civil conversation. Let me teach you that.
You know my name. Okay. You can threaten me where I'm going to be careful.
No, listen.
You can threaten me with that. Trust me. You don't even have the wherewithal to do that. You don't have it.
Moses, go ahead. Flow, Moses.
I will not stoop to your level. No. I won't.
Careful, right?
My man, I will have to mute you. I'll have to mute you. I will mute you if you can't give your man it's time to speak. Go ahead, Moses.
The man king, he made an allegation against me. Everybody on this show, yeah.
The same way he made allegation against me.
Go ahead.
So what you want to say?
So what I'm saying here, John, man, is they lay down protocol. Whenever there is an allegation, most employers, what I know of, how things happen, when you are accused of a crime, the employer has alternatives. One, they can choose to suspend you with pay while the investigation is going on. And another one, the employer can choose to can choose to suspend you without a pay. It is unusual. I don't know, maybe in Liberia how we do it, but it is unusual for the accused to personally say, "Oh, I want to step aside." No, this is a probe. We want to get to the core of this problem. You don't choose. The employer chooses what to do. I don't know how it works in Liberia, So I think the decision by the president to grant after the board recommended to him, I think the president was in error.
Okay, let's go here. Reverend Tom, let's get your take on that.
I haven't made my point on this though.
I'll come to you.
Okay. I don't think the president was in error. Moses, sometimes the way
the new spokesperson of the government.
You have to be objective when you speak, and this is not a political party issue we're talking about here. It has nothing to do. I'm not a member of any political party, but if we look at our leadership, we look at the presidency, and we must be able to give respect to the office of the presidency or whoever is in our political clouds that provide leadership, whether are the various branches of government. We must be able to respect the offices. And they will not take decisions because they are ignorant. They are well-educated people and well-informed. And that's the reason why they have all the legal advisors, all the various advisors that give them the basis before they make those.
They can solve all the problems.
So even within our own framework, from the civil society framework, and administratively, also, people can either ask for absence of leave without pay. Sometimes you write and say, I'm asking for a leave. Also I'm asking for a sabbatical. Sometimes you write the boss, I'm asking for a sabbatical. I don't want to go study, or you can write also. Even if there is an accusation, you can also write. It is the right of your employer also to lead you through a process of investigation if there's any issue of accusation.
So the president was not in error.
He was not in error.
Okay, all right. No, you're not coming in here. Mr. Massaquoi, let's hear from you.
One of the major reasons why this country went to war in 1989 is because of selective justice, where certain people were made to feel that they are not important in the country, that they are less valued, and there is no space for them. This is why we have seen the president's action to grant a man who had been accused of taking bribe or taking kickbacks an absent leave, meaning that man will be taking his salary. This is cherry picking. You suspended other people because they were once attached into tenure position by the CDC. Emma Glasgow, on allegation here, you suspended her. Because why? On the basis of or attachment to CDC. So like I said, the president continued to romanticize and cherry pick in corruption. What logic, what sense it made? Whenever people have been accused, you suspend them. But now, because this man is a huge star, he's of interest, at the end of the day, you give him leave. You give him leave. So the Liberian people have been informed. This show is not just about us. Someone is not about politics. The people we are here to talk about, they are political people. The president got political job. How dare you come on the show and say we're not political? We're political. We have a political party.
All right, so you made your point. Before you let that.
No. Let me just respond to him. We shouldn't pass it because, like I said at the opening of this discussion, I know Mr. Ennis Hughes very well. That's my former boss. Mr. Ennis Hughes was firstly appointed in this country by Mr. Weah. Even at the LACC, it was President Weah who appointed Ennis Hughes. So you stop this, your joke.
Man, that's not an issue there.
You don't know
that's not a subject.
Let's hear from Tabo. Tabo is speaking. Let's hear from Tabo.
I've spoken on that, someone. I've spoken already on that, and my position was, you know, it is very rare for people to just actually leave an absence after they've been accused of committing a crime or taking bribes. It happens, but it's rare in our society.
Address that.
Yeah, I spoke on that initially.
Okay. So you can
so the issue is that you have to look at the
point
genesis.
sorry. The point I want to make is that look, Sabot, I think the president, as the president, he's knowledgeable. This is a man who has been in government for so many years. This is the government that has legal minds surrounding him. So if it were wrong if it wasn't procedural,
the president got the worst legal advisor ever. 100.
It's a huge to have asked for leave of absence when he's been accused. I believe that the president would have granted that.
So yes,
One
has to look at the genesis of this matter. There was an investigation by the board. That investigation report was sent to the president. Now, in a corporate structure, the board is the head of the management team. We all sitting here don't know whether it was the request of the board that asked the managing director that you have to take leave of absence while you're being investigated by the Ministry of Justice. Because if the recommendation had been directly to the president, say this man is believed to be involved in XYZ, so we want an internal investigation, I bet you the president would have immediately suspended Mr. Hughes. But I want to strongly believe that it was the board that requested, Mr. Managing Director, you have to take leave of absence while you go through your investigation.
Okay.
And you're wrong because you're acting on assumption.
Leave of absence has two conditions.
We have to
either with pay or without pay. That's why I wanted to see what that leave of absence is. The leave of absence it's almost like the sin suspension, because it is suspend you. President can suspend you with pay or without pay. But even the president said without pay, the fact that you suspended in that matter,
but once you're not working,
it's honor investigation. No, you can get paid. And that matter is honor investigation, and you are clear. The time you were sitting for, you will be paid for it. Yeah. So that's why I say here, because my parents, when they don't listen to it, that's why I said I don't know under what condition when it comes to this is leave of absence, whether it's with pay or without pay.
Okay, so gentlemen, we have to transition quickly, and of course, I'm sure this could be out of our last. Yes, Moses.
Information quickly. What I read in the media, I could be wrong, but what I read says that this man was actually the decision for him to be suspended emanated from the board. The board recommended suspension. That's what I read. I could be wrong, but that's what I saw in the media.
Okay, we'll follow up.
Is the president interest? Is the president interest now?
Okay,
so our colleagues from United Party will always have to defend.
Please, are you listening to the next time you directed on Prime FM? 105.5.
Now the president is an indoor. He got all the legal scholars. He got everything, so anything he does can never be wrong.
Channel. Please, gentlemen, we have to be respectful, please.
Funny argument, very funny argument.
Come on the platform and just talk across the board. You have to be given opportunity if we can talk, please. You have to give on the permission. Now, gentlemen, let's hear from Councillor Tiawan Gonglo. He's a rights activist.
That's not governance.
No, please, 1 minute before you play.
The president.
He's been making some strong statements. What are those statements? Are statements to counsel? Whether they are statement of counsel of like advice, or whether they are being made in a more critical fashion. Let's try to listen and do an analysis of this.
It's wrong. That's not governance. The president got on the radio and said he did not know about the FOIA project. Whoever started a FOIA project that he didn't know about as president should have been fired. The last thing is that people follow examples of their leaders. The president come to work 11 o'clock, 11:30. When does he expect ministers to come to work? Because productivity depends on how long you stay at work. No, I'm not happy about that particular aspect. Fire those who are not serving the Liberian people properly. And you yourself should be a good example. Come to work early, come to work on time. And the best way to show you that you come to work on time, especially given the present age, is to move to that executive mansion. If it takes $5 million to fix the presidential floor, I think that is more urgent than the FOIA project. Let the president fix the presidential quarter and move there so that he can be more productive. Even in the evening, he can come to his office. That's what I want to tell Liberian people. I'm actually angry about it. That's not governance. 300,000 people didn't die in this country for us to be playing. Talking about, I will fire you. Threatening to fire, that's not governance. You got your intelligence people giving you all the information about the performance. Use the information to govern.
Okay. Gentlemen, that's Rex Loyal, human rights lawyer, Councilor Tiawan Gongro. Whether he was advancing or whether he was trying to criticize the president. Let's hear from you, Dr. first.
I think he was a little bit critical. But for me, I'm not too sure that I know when the president gets to the executive mansion. I'm not too sure, so I will not say he's wrong or right to have said that the president.
Okay, so let me take you on the issue of the FOIA project. So you listen to what he said.
The issue of the FOIA project,
Mm-hmm.
I agree with him slightly.
Slightly? Or in totality?
Slightly agree. I know the big difference between totality.
No, I
and
just
slightly.
asked.
I said slightly.
I'm just asking you.
I agree with him slightly that look, if people said they initiated such a project and the president did not know that they informed the president about that, which also sounds impossible. If I were the president, I would have reprimanded the people or even dismissed them or suspended them for initiating such a huge or gigantic project without the president's office knowing.
Mm-hmm.
That one, I think is quite correct. But where I have a problem is that for you to say whether I agree with him totally is that, look, when we were coming out, we know that our presidents were living at the executive mansion. What is stopping them now from living there? Okay, if there's a matter of insecurity, that can also be addressed. If there's a matter of somewhere for the president to sleep is not comfortable or the place is not secure, the government can work there. It doesn't necessarily have to be this government. Any other government, maybe the previous government could have done that. For the president to live at the executive mansion. I'm wondering whether because President Tabo was killed at the executive mansion, so all the presidents are scared to go and live there. Maybe it could be the reason. But I think he has a point that our presidents, the executive mansion should be the residence of our presidents, like the White House.
Okay.
When the American president inaugurated, he and his whole family moved to the White House.
Okay,
That should be
we
the
saw
same
that.
thing.
We saw that. Let's hear from you, George.
First of all, I will start from his wrong. Productivity doesn't depend on how long people stay in office. Councilor, you are well learned to say so. If somebody goes in the office, they didn't do anything. Productivity doesn't depend on how long someone stays in office. It does not show any work output. Productivity depends on how well you do your tasks. It's not how long. That's the first thing I'd like to correct.
The second one on the FOIA project.
The second one on the FOIA project, I listened to the president on ERPC when he appeared. He said he didn't know about it from the initial stage. Why would I tell him to fire the person who did it when he now see it, he love it? If he never had interest in it after he saw it, you were going to take
even if it were done unprocedurally.
Look, let me tell you.
No. I'm sorry.
Excuse me, brother. Excuse me. if the right thing is done on procedurally, it can sometimes be considered depending on the person who that particular right thing is done to.
Okay.
You get it?
As in the wisdom of the president.
As in the wisdom of him, he left the president. You get it clear?
Mm-hmm.
It could be some people that will take action. But the same person came and told you, say, look, the project is ongoing, it's good, it's not got national security implication confirmed.
But let me ask you the question.
So
why
about,
should such project be undertaken without the president's consent?
Initiated.
Uh-huh.
The right word is initiated.
Thank you. Without the president's
The
consent.
undertaking now, the president is aware. According to him on ERBC, I wasn't there.
No, that's the reason why now.
Yeah.
Someone Congress is saying the president should have fired those who can.
That's why I said to you, even you are leader, when you are leader at LBS, some of your staff, you will tell me that there's some good things, but they didn't do it the right way. But because it was for the general good,
I'll still fire them.
No, you didn't do it.
You know, Prof. Gonglo is my instructor. He's a very good lawyer, but I beg to differ on him with everything he said.
Everything?
Everything he said, I beg to differ. First of all, is there any criminality in the FOIA project to warrant for somebody
there
to
should be criminality for us?
Dismiss?
But there should be criminality?
So on
when
what,
people
so
initiate the project,
on what basis that you're
no,
going to
I'm coming
dismiss
now,
them?
I'm coming. The man is saying the president initially said he didn't know about the project. But then after a few time, he got to know about the project. So he's saying, by right, the president should have fired those people who initiated the project.
He's totally wrong. You know, there's something called reasoning in everything that we do.
We're not talking about lawyers.
What was it? No, I know that. What was
Common
the intent of that project? Was it meant for anybody to steal? Has it been shown that when the project started, people stole money? Had there been any investigation? Then the president can take action. But as far as we're concerned, the president saw the project and he said, no, but this is a good project. In as much as I was not informed, but this is for the sub-region, for our MRU region, so that at least we can have all
Comrade,
Monrovia.
Why would a group of people? Why would a group of people
That's why I said
initiate a project?
That's why I said there has been no
innovation.
criminality. On the second issue, on the issue of the president coming to work late. First of all, Councillor Gongo does not know the president's schedule. Do you know whether when the president get up 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock in the morning, whether his national security team go to meet him at his house? It used to happen or not, President Salif, where she sit on the table having breakfast, or NSA director and others are there briefing her. When she finished with that, she have other engagement or so before she gets in her car to go to work. When you go to work, you actually dealing with different issues. So most of the things sometimes are either saw them home on an earlier basis before you get in your car to go to the executive mansion. And again, this whole thing, are you going to work soon? It doesn't work. So I can go to my office by 8 o'clock in the morning and leave by 12 o'clock. I can do a gym team. Sometimes you can even be sitting on your cell phone or doing other things. That's not productivity.
So you are dismissing all his actions.
So I dismissed.
Okay,
totally.
let's hear from you, Moses, and then I'll come to the Council of Judges. Moses, let's hear from you.
You know exactly what you
Listen, I don't know. Moses, go ahead.
Because most of them really very hard like this project.
Yeah.
You're breaking.
Oh, really?
Okay, you clear now. Yeah, please.
You kind of way that you're breaking.
Okay. So I beg to disagree because as you guys argue, research has shown that the longer people stay on the job, productivity also what increases.
No, let's start cross talking the man.
I like what Edwin said. That's in about it. Because here people are tracking you. They're not observing you. They are tracking you. Are you responding to your emails? Are you writing those reports? Are you going to those meetings? So if you can't stay for 2 hours, they will get to know that your productivity level is low because all those expectations will not be met. So in the case of Liberia, like Councillor Gonglo was saying, is that let's take it on the face that the president goes to work 8 o'clock and leave at 4. If he has to clear his decks, people coming to see him, to bring in reports and all of that, if those things are happening consistently within the 8 hours, then 8 hours are what? Justifiable. But if the man is coming and stay for 2 hours, things that need to clear that's taking almost 3 weeks, then the president is underperforming. I think that's where he was speaking from. And it is often stated that what? You lead by example, Mr. President. You're telling your cabinet minister to go to work 8 o'clock. In leadership, we say what? Lead by example. You don't tell your foreign minister to go to work 8 o'clock, then you show up at 12. No. All right, now let's come to the 4-year plan. Gentlemen, honestly speaking, and let's be human again. I agree with Councillor Gonglo 100%. You're talking about over $6 million. Over $6 million. A group of people got together, according to the president, and chose to invest that money, the taxpayers' money. The chief executive of the country is not in the know, and you say that's justifiable, my brother. Look at it. Look at the inconsistency. The president at one point said, hey, this is an MRU project. Member countries will contribute. When you contribute it means that you are a whole. You are involved. You are vested. It's not donation. When he's delivered his son, what did he say? The project now belongs to the people of Liberia, Mr. President. You are being inconsistent.
All right, so you made a point. You made a point. We can allow you to just talk and
look at you made a point. All the mispronouncement from the president own people. The minister,
let's hold you there. Let's hold you there. Reverend.
To Prince level.
All right. Go ahead. Thank you very much. And I think I joined with one of the previous speakers that said, I think our leadership needs to move to what we call it the White House, what we call it the palace or the executive mansion. That's the official residence and office of the president. And if we, for some reason, politically, we have fear, then let us relocate that place and face a place that will be more secure for our president. That's one. The next thing has to do, I don't know, and I think maybe the legal man here can be able to help me in this because I have been following after the President Sirleaf came to power, or after George Weah, especially George Weah came to power. There are a lot of times where there was another office of the president at Jamaica Resort.
That brings that era.
So, and it was not, as far as they were concerned, it was not illegal because where the president resided was the office of the president. And so there were a lot of meetings, interactions that the president held at that office. And decisions were reached as the president at that office. That same trend followed with Joseph Walker. And it has not been stated that it was a wrong procedure. So there's also that it is also noted that.
So because it happened yesterday.
No, I'm just saying, it's not wrong. No, I'm just saying, I'm saying,
Council churches.
I'm saying probably it's not wrong. That's the reason why it is not been questioned. But what I'm just saying is that it is also possible that the president having an office at his home.
He has a home office.
Have his office at his home can also have some job done.
Of course.
In the morning up to 10 o'clock.
So we did it yesterday. So we do it today.
So if it is not wrong, no, what I'm just saying, if it is what we just say is that if it is not wrong, I'm saying if it is not wrong, then it is not questionable.
Okay,
but if it is wrong, then it's questionable.
Let's hold you on that.
Then we go to
the FOIA project. Come.
Okay, we'll come to the FOIA project. Let me be real.
You think the president should have fired those people who didn't tell him of the project initially when he got to know?
You know, I like to be frank with things. I don't think that the president never knew.
You don't think that he never knew?
Yeah, he knew about the project. Maybe the issue of the execution of the project at the particular time. You see, because all these things has to do with budget. They are in budget. They are in the president's office in terms of all the various projects. But in terms of the implementation, I think maybe that where the information was not given at that time. So because if you listen to how the president spoke, you know, it gives an impression that, you know, at the time of implementation, you know, he was not aware. So I would say that if at the time of implementation, because that's where people use also the political, you know, or the leadership style. But I think if there was anything that went wrong, people who did that, it's not a matter of firing people or whatever, but people should be reprimanded.
Okay.
For not doing the right thing. But if as long as it was within the budget, it was budgetary allocated, then it was not wrong. But for procedure, a procedure was not followed, then I think action should have been taken.
Okay. Prince Crippler, let's hear you.
So they are fundamentally, I think there are a couple of things that Councillor Gonglo said. I totally agree with him. It's only one point, one thing I disagree with Councillor Gonglo. But let me start off with all of the points where I agree with Councillor Gonglo. Anybody who argues that the time you spend in office have got nothing to do with productivity, they don't know anything about governance, they don't know anything about management. When you go to the NGO cycle, where Reverend To and myself come from, when you come into government, time is the first thing that is being paid for as a remuneration. Your salary is based on the time that you go to work. The CSA standing order talk about 8 hours daily that public workers go to work. And it is at those times that they hold you accountable for the work that you're supposed to do. That is because of the important.
There you go.
You going off?
Yeah, you go.
Okay, Mr. Massaquoi?
Laws that were violated during the LOFAT project. Part 5, Section 47 of the Amending Public Procurement and Concession Act of 2010 that called for government projects should be offered publicly, it should be bidded, it should be competitive. We didn't see that in the LOFAT project. Also, Article 34D RR of the 1986 Constitution, such a project should be approved in the national budget by the legislature. This is not a government-funded budget project. If you want to fact check me, you can go to the 2025 budget line. There is not a single item there. So it tells you this was a secret Nicodemus project that violated the law, done in shadow to protect people. There are information that say this project was supported by state-owned enterprises given to the president Corson, who is the one constructing the project. But here's the most important thing. I sent you a video, Mr. George. The president lied. This is the president who has lied on an oath consistently. You know, lying on an oath is a violation of the law. The Liberal Penal Law, Title 37. When you lie on an oath,
let me hold you. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Mr.
Massaquoi.
Yeah, I sent you a video. Yeah.
No, Mr. Massaquoi.
Yeah.
Yes, I just want to say something to you. Listen, on this show, we don't prohibit people from speaking their mind. You can do, but do it in a more respectful manner. This program is not like other programs where people just go and just spew or use any words they want to use.
So why is the disrespect that?
Hello, hello,
Please,
please.
I'll call you off again.
Hello, hello. If you think that the president didn't say what you wanted to hear, you could just simply put it, respectfully put it. I think I disagree with the president.
Oh, you want him to say?
No, listen now. I'm not talking to you, my man. But I say the president, the word you use, and I'm not going to use it here. I don't think we tolerate that here on this program. No. Okay, go ahead quickly.
So I reiterate, re-emphasize in a very clear and unambiguous manner. The president lied on the low fat.
Okay, just mute him, mute him, and cut him off. We're not going to entertain that here. If you think that we're going to joke on the program, we just allow you to just say anything you want to say. That will not
when the president lie on what is it?
You can go on a show. Okay, so just mute the board. Mute the board.
When the president lie
I have to open the lines. Mute the board then, please. 0776 540 987. Again, 0776 540 987. Okay, the calls are already started coming in. 077. No, the thing is, gentlemen, let me just put a call on quickly. Hello.
Hello, this is Lasana Sion calling from District 17.
Let's hear from you, Mr. Sion.
So, thank you, man. I like this show. But let me tell you something. You got some guys on our show that don't need to be there. One thing here is this. Of churches, that makes things very clear that you listen to him. Everything he said, they are okay. Even you, well, you got two guys on our show there. They damage our Liberia. They reverse our country. They think today is the day to come and fix it. When you're discussing different things, then they bring in CDC and Unity Party. They were reversing our country. You're telling me that day when George Weah was president, we talk about auditing. You could hear about auditing when auditors were being slaughtered. Let them stop doing the young. Those guys are criminals.
Okay, all right, thank you. Let's get another call on the line quickly. 0776 540 987 or 0886 050507. Good evening. Let's hear from you quickly.
So, good evening.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. My name is Ogubu, and I'm a member of the International Bureau in Baje.
Okay.
So, today you came at admiration. You know, I think you are number one generation in Liberia. Definitely, because now all the people that like, because people allow for them to make a certain person on the platform. So for you to really get high esteem for you, I hope and pray I will see you one day. Because why you get in the gender, you tell you also you are a professional person, you are not here for nobody. Because it's serious thing, there's so I can what Wakaila get to do with it when you're discussing it.
Yeah.
Because you have to believe in you.
Okay.
You can be doing that.
All right. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
What kind of school taught you where? So tell you that can be what someone tell them on your show.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Many thanks. 0778 460 793. Better still 0880 514 096. Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Saba George.
Let's hear from you, sir.
Okay, thank you. So my name is Martin Singletupa, and I join you this evening from Painesville.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let me first start by appreciating you, Mr. George, for sanitizing the show, because you see, actually Liberia is transforming to another stage where we need to be cognizant of the fact that indeed this society is a civilized society. We should learn how to give a choice of word to our leaders. We don't just come on and just give instead of any kind of word to our leader or our colleagues. I want to appreciate you for the stand you took. Firstly, against people who will think that indeed just by using that kind of word, because there are many people listen to your show.
Mm-hmm.
My children and myself listen to your show every other day whenever you come home. So I believe all Liberians are listening. And quickly to the issue, when we say thanks to this government for I call it maturely handling the issues that have to do with that polar line between Liberia and Guinea. So that's just my point I want to make. And
Okay.
I say thank you.
Okay, many thanks. Let's take another call on the line quickly. Good evening. Okay, this caller is gone. 0776 540 987. That's the alternative line. Or 0778 460 793. Again, 0778 460 793. That's the number to call, and you are live. Let's take this call on the line quickly. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, sir.
My name is Hussein. This is a calling for Kawa.
Okay.
Yeah, you people, thank you for the talk shows. But please, I appeal to you guys. The talk show have been interesting. But the few days, some misunderstanding seems to be between you guys. So the talk show to be unique, you people have to try to put the yourselves together. And besides, the government has actually they are trying to fight corruption. The previous government, because we are to other one or other, we are interrelated. So he can't fight for corruption. So we have to give the government a chance to fighting the corruption.
Okay. Many thanks. 0776 540 987. Or another caller, 0778 460 793. Let's hear from you. Yes, sir.
So I'd like to start by commending you.
Okay.
I want to commend you. You see, this show we are a rational consumer. They don't guess the fact. And I'm overriding right in the pot. It's our show. In the action of us making the show is being static. It is being a guest is a privilege. And about it, you want to be a guest as well. Right? Consumers are contributing and making this show the nighttime heat a productive one. I like the caution to one of your guests. He's very interested. And he can tell you follow 83 or 86-year-old. Trust me, no, even my father is here running the provider. That is untrue. That is what. So which one of us to doing that is lie? We can't educate people. We should be decorous. We should be our utterance. We should be polite. I can disagree. And be that decorous and responsible.
Okay.
I don't use words. I like to caution you. The show is we should manage the show. We are a rational consumer. We are the show. They not get this thinking, Christians, they don't have the exclusive right.
Okay.
You can move anybody and bring us their guests too. Will contribute for the fall match of our country.
Okay, many thanks. Many thanks. Let me just call on the line quickly. Good evening.
How you doing?
I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm Brother Abel from here, the real community.
Okay.
I've been following your show, but it's something that I want you to understand.
Mm-hmm.
I believe you are a neutral party. As a journalist, you stand for any political party.
Mm-hmm.
You stand for the Liberian people. So you are there as an advocate for the native people, for
Mm-hmm.
the citizens. So one of our brother were, raising a point, and you automatically muted me. When politics have manipulated our mind, when they are occupied our blood vessel, there is nothing sound that can come from our mind again to do a sound judgment. In Liberia, true politics is killing us gradually. When people trying to rectify some mistakes they see, only that for a political party will be a problem. And we are one family. We are one in Liberia. We got to love the country and the party.
Mm-hmm.
You see. So the man I just get her to say what the president saying is lying and all that stuff. There should be reason. We know that he is wrong by saying the president lied and all that stuff. But the first thing that we need to understand, the president is now gone. The president is now out. He's now 100%.
Hello.
Yes.
Let me ask you a question. If your son, maybe one morning, you promised him, or he gone off the line. Okay. Let me take another call on the line quickly. Good evening. Hello. Okay, let's take this caller from this end. Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Shaw.
Yes, sir.
My name is Robert Bakoya, calling from
73 Bagley Avenue.
Let's hear from you.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity. It's my first time to call on the show.
Okay.
I don't know whether you stay with LBS or you have left LBS.
No, I'm not with LBS anymore. Go ahead.
Because I took you to be Mr. Kwame Clement during normal day when you used to be on EOTV.
Okay.
While reading and following, I admire you.
Okay.
But there's something that you're not going down well with me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. People are trying to say something about the president. Then you're telling them they are insulting. I'm not supporting insult. But yesterday, President was seated here. People caused their radio station a lot to insult President mother, President father, President wife. Nothing was done. I see our brother and they want to make it an issue tonight on the show. And these are the people that were doing it yesterday. Now, this country is for every one of us. In the first place, we want fairness. The president is not fighting corruption. The president is showing political headline that you will run beyond opposition politicians. You see, if you look at why Cemetery is into this, and Gafan is part of it too. Now, Cemetery has been dragged to court. Why we should be behaving like this? It's Unity Party that brought division in this country. Unity Party is a party that now in the interest of the Liberian people. The first thing they're doing, let me just end. The first thing they're doing, they make Mr. Joyce and myself to be enemies. And political parties not about enemy business. The election you got, I'm a Barcelona fan, another person, a Chelsea fan. That doesn't mean we're not be friends.
Okay.
So those people that are in the studio trying to guide you, telling you, oh, they want. These are the people yesterday they insulted the former president.
Okay. Many thanks. Many thanks. Let's take this call on the line. Yes, hello.
Yeah, I was talking about the network caused problem, and then I dropped the line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was talking about the guy you muted. I love you for the way you do your presentation, even you go up on your show. I highly appreciate you for that. But you got to know that you are an advocate for the
No,
people.
okay. I was trying to say something to you. Hello.
Yeah.
We are going out of time, but let me correct this quickly. You woke up in the morning. Maybe you told your son yesterday, the morning before, that you gave him additional of his recess, right? Fine. And your son, and you didn't live up to your promise. Your son came before you and said, "Papa, you lied. Yesterday you promised me to give me additional of my recess." You think that little boy or the little girl will be right to tell you that?
Now, the little girl or the little boy, I cannot, calculate the minds of that person.
No, okay, all right. Okay, so in another word, you're telling me that you will accept if your son insulted you, right?
It is not an insult.
Okay, thank you. We have other callers on the line. We have to take other callers. We have other callers on the line. Let me take this call up quickly. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, people.
Yes, sir.
People, this is Emmanuel TV, and I'm joining you from the township of Westport.
Let's hear from you quickly.
Quickly to the issues. I think people are one of your religious followers. I've been following you on EFPC on the Sport Money Show, even when you went about to the Ministry of Health as a health consultant.
We got another caller trying to call in. We got limited time. Go on quickly.
We got limited time, but your panelists, I think you need to talk to most of them at the back.
Yeah.
We listen to the radio, and I was listening to the radio. I think the radio need to be sanitized. You need to talk to them. They cannot come on the show and be arguing, confronting with one another as if to say they even want to fight. So quickly to the issue, I think that one you handle at the back.
Mm-hmm.
So quickly to the issue. Firstly, let me want to disagree with the religious plan on the show. When he made a statement that by Mr. Sam Jackson appearing on the talk show where he was sick or what led to the death of his wife, I think it's not the best statement.
No, he didn't say that. No, he didn't say that. He didn't say that. Okay. All right. Thank you. I think I'm trying to tell you, educate on what he said. You're still insisting that he said it. So I can't change your mind. Let me take this call. I can take only 2 more calls and wrap it up quickly. Tom has called over first. Good evening. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. I said, the mother informed the show is going, it's not too good. But I'm just calling on the, I'm caught intellectuals. I beg your man, us tune to the show, and we admire the manner and form you people articulate the issues. Don't be carried away. Everything you say, we learn every day, and we religiously listen to the show. So if there's any difference, my request is that you people try and know it. Thank you.
Okay, let me take this call up quickly. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. How are you?
I'm okay.
Following your show, I guess, so that is my first time following this show.
Okay.
Because, yeah, I'm a regular follower of the sports show as usual.
Mm-hmm.
And so I play through my radio and all the shows are 2 to 4 to wait. But I noticed anything that made me somehow was like wondering before you start to accept call, you stop 2 panelists, you mute them. I want to notice that happening. And the reason why you muted them was because they were saying why you asked them for the pronunciation. In my own mind, I think only better than you ever straight. And they will say why you want for them to say. Because I checked the definition of lie. I don't know lie to be on the source.
Okay. All right. So lie is not an insult to you, but lie is an insult to hello. 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 Fine. Lie is an insult to me, especially when somebody said it or I say it to somebody far older than me. Listen, the reason why you see many young people today go to the mall, the young people are there, they're plenty than the old people because we don't respect our elders. We don't respect the people that are born before us. We just say anything we want to say to them. And let me tell you, you know what the Bible says? Honor your father and your mother so that your days will be long. I can't sit here and somebody insult or say something about President Boyka. If you want to say this, other people say it, but not me. So thank you, my brother. Let me take the last caller. Time has called over. Let me take the last caller. People still calling. Yes, let's hear from you.
Good evening, Chief.
Yes, good evening, sir.
Yeah, my here is Chara Williams. I joined you from Johnsonville, Turning Point.
Okay.
And I want to appreciate the team in studio, and equally want to caution them that all situations cannot be handled with political thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
And this is directly in line with as Samuel Jackson's current situation.
Yeah, surely.
And the security they well to respond, especially when there is some speculation, especially from Samuel Jackson, when he said that his wife was being suspected, especially when he came and met her in a pool of blood.
Okay.
So if a different country national is in your country and that woman is a high professional, for the fact that we get an embassy here and something happens, we must, the police or the security apparatus must respond to start or immediate investigation.
Okay.
Because the embassy will be looking up to you to see your level of cordiality and also your diplomatic immunity role you are playing.
Okay.
If you allow it to take some time, it will be like you are not even respecting the nationals when they are in your country. This is similar to the case about the Liberian in Ghana. That one of your partners said it.
Okay.
As soon as that situation occurred, you saw the police responded directly, and that cooled down the tension from our embassy in Ghana. So we hope that all situations not be seen in a political form.
Okay.
And let them know that this is because of diplomatic immunity. All residents in Liberia must be treated equal, but when it comes to foreign nationals, you have to pay attention.
Yes, I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. I think, gentlemen, we'll have to be opening the lines very early. Let me take the pattern comment of each of you. Let's hear from you, David Tagwe, quickly. You know, time has already gone.
Yes, but thank you. And look, the show was a good show. I like Prince and Massacre to remain on the show. That's why the show is called The Heat. I think they are the one that producing the heat on the show. And so let it remain there. I disagree with people who have always suggesting that we have to get on out the show. But the show was a good one. And thank God that a reverend was here.
You pray for them.
so
Okay.
Reverend will pray for them. So that
Okay,
they can-
thank you, Tabwe.
they can-
Let's hear from you, Comrade.
Yes, I think it was a wonderful show like we always, do during the course of the week. Now we're going for the weekend break or so. But I want to just again send my sympathy to Mr. Jackson, to the bereaved family in South Africa, South Africans in Liberia. My caution to him is that he should just cooperate with the state law enforcement, whatever investigation they want to carry, because they are on statutory duties to make sure that they actually investigate these kinds of circumstances that lead to suspicious death. I don't think there's anything personal between he and the police IG, or there's anything political. There's a foreign citizen that is dead in our borders. So this should be even of concern to Mr. Jackson himself, who actually brought the people's daughter from another country and was, residing with him in Liberia. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Many thanks. Let's hear from you, Comrade.
Thank you. It was a good show. I want to say thank you to Dr. To for coming, for adding value to our show tonight, and all the other panelists. I want to say thank you. I just want to disagree with my friend, Mr. Tagbe. The heat is on. The heat doesn't mean insult. The heat means clash of ideas. All right, that's what some of us came for. People are coming here to be insulting and up and down there. So I won't be prepared to sit on the radio where my name is on the radio, my voice is on the radio, where other people be insulting. But if a clash of ideas, yes, we can sit down and discuss that. So that's where for me.
Okay, Reverend, let's hear from you.
Yeah, thank you very much. And I think when you receive the heat, it signifies also that there's a form of the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
That is reuniting, your mind, your soul, and your body. And I would like to say to the family of Jackson, please accept our deepest condolence for the loss of your wife, and to his family, to her family in South Africa. The church also extend our sympathy to the bereaved family. We all want to caution, we want to admonish, not caution, we want to admonish the government through the Liberia National Police to make sure that they do due diligence to the process and make sure that the air is clear in terms of security. Lastly, before I leave from here, when people are doing good, you say it. When they are going on the other side, you criticize them. Yes, it set the balance. But I think on a serious note, the president is trying. He may not be perfect, but I think he's trying to set a pace for the nation to move forward. And this is nationalism, and so we should all be able to fight to make sure Liberia become one of the best country. And I'm saying to the opposition, if Liberia become a good country tomorrow, if you take over, it become better for you.
Okay. So Moses, let's hear from you quickly.
Yeah, I'd like to join everybody to say thanks to the crew. And Reverend Todd, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I think it was indeed a great show. Your contribution was very good. Mr. Tagbe, Mr. Kennedy, Mr. Formula, and the lead host himself, Mr. Soba, I want to say thank you. I rather like the leadership you showed tonight. We have made names for ourselves. We can't come here and try to go down the route of the other media entities. So when we come here, let's be professional at all time. If we disagree, let us disagree as professionals. Thank you.
It's okay. Prince is not there. It's Master. Okay, I think I just received a message from Prince that you're not coming on the program anymore. So I told him that your presence doesn't add any value to the program. I expected that the way you claim that you learn, you should be civil. Thinking. I just replied him. But gentlemen, thank you very much for coming. He's crew guy, I must say a crew guy. We all can do, yeah. So on that note, Sabo George is my name. Let's meet again at God's grace next Monday.